Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on my 1989 190E, and it has that ugly US front end. So today we're going to fix that and swap it out for the Euro. So this is the bumper that we got from a junkyard. We're just going to take all of the pieces off of it for now and then just start scuffing it and get it ready for primer. So this is with the license plate holder and the energy pad. That's what Mercedes calls it, something like that. Energy absorption pad removed. For those of you guys following along, it's just a couple of clips that you have to bend back straight and then carefully pry it all the way down. You gotta be careful though, all of this stuff is so old and so brittle. So now we're gonna come in and clean it all and then start scuffing it up, probably with about a 600 since this is just primer. After rewashing it 3 times, hitting it with wax and grease remover, acetone, getting in all these cracks, even though I don't have to actually hit them, it's time to start spraying the primer. And there it is in primer. I just sprayed some guide coat on top of that so that when it's all nice and dry we can sand it down and be able to actually see how deep we're going. The MSDS asks for about an hour in between sand time, so we'll give it probably a little more than that. We'll come back in, sand it down, and hopefully start painting. So it's been just over an hour. Now I'm going to come in and hit it with an 800 grit, probably wet, just because I don't feel like dealing with the dust. After a good bath with some wax and grease remover, post sanding it, then we're gonna hit it with the base coat and hopefully it works out. Luckily for this bumper, there's not a whole lot of real estate, so as long as we get this top strip looking really nice and this bottom strip looking really nice, we should be golden. So I did just a dusting at first, and it's something to just kind of get the paint started to sticking, and then coat after coat will go harder and harder, and the recommended coat time is about 5 to 10 minutes or so. So that that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it just kind of flash off and then proceed with heavier and heavier coats. So far, no fisheye, no chemical reaction, so hopefully it'll come out looking great. So while the bumper is drying, I went ahead and started pulling apart the grill so that I can get that insert out. We're going to give the chrome a polish, but then this black part, we're going to clean it up because it's really gross, and hit it with some really nice black. And then when the bumper is ready for clear, we'll clear this at the same time. Since the grill is raw plastic, we're just going to hit it with adhesion promoter instead of just primer, and then we'll hit it with that black. So it's the next morning, and this honestly came out shockingly well for aerosol. It's kind of hard to see in the shadows, but it's very glossy. There is a little bit of orange peel, but considering that this is supposed to be a little bit harder than typical clear, we'll be able to sand that down and polish it out, no problem. It's not fully cured yet. They recommend either 3 to 7 days, so it's not quite ready to be in full service. But what I'm gonna do is stick it out in the sun, let it bake while I install headlights and stuff. So the grill didn't quite come out as perfect as I wanted to, so I'm gonna hit it like one more time with some of that black. I love this black though because it looks like a natural plastic color, so it looks like something that would come OEM. So I'm gonna hit it one more time and let it cure for a little bit, and then I'll start assembling it. While the bumper and grill are curing, I'm gonna come in here and start removing stuff like the headlights, the bumper, cleaning up this grill area in here too. Oh, come on. So you can either unbolt it here, or you can just unclip. And it really just did not want to unclip. So there's the result. The depot lights don't come with these rubber gaskets, so we'll clean them up and install them accordingly. Just hooked them up really quickly like this to do a test. These did not come with light bulbs, but they are different from the original. These are H4 for the main beam, and then an H3 for the fog lights. The fog lights are the same for USDM and the European models. So now all I'm going to do is just start reassembling everything. Very careful. You see how it kind of guides in?
Oh, like that?
So how good is it look?
Really nice. It's really nice. Hij wordt lite.
Just kind of make sure that it doesn't hit anything. Oh, you know what I need? I need the clips from the old one. Boom. Just like that. Okay. Oh. Just like that. That button. We drive by these trucks all the time. It's just so cool. I don't know if it actually is original like this, or they just kind of, for the decoration, put in the tilting bed and then the crane front end. Pretty dope. And then this guy right here, this wagon, this is pretty awesome too. Looks pretty complete, other than back there. This thing came out absolutely fantastic, at least in my opinion. The trim got restored really nicely. That bumper, everything looks pretty fantastic. There is obviously a little bit of orange peel because it is out of a rattle can, but nothing that a little sanding and polishing won't take care of. Those headlights, they came out really great. I did have to get new bulbs, like I said, not a big deal. I just have to adjust them. We drove them last night and they were just kind of all over the place. Other than that, it looks absolutely perfect. Would not do it on anything bigger though, because just the rattle can alone does not have enough pressure, not enough volume to lay down as nice of a coat as a spray gun. But for something with such little real estate, it's perfect. And I have enough to do at least the rear bumper, so we're talking about maybe $110 in supplies for both of them, including sandpaper. So totally worth it.